Uh, Even then, there's some stuff that I'm like, yeah, I can get down with that.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie, man. I'll get down to some Katy Perry. I mean,
I knew you were gay.
hey, hey, it's the sparkle tits for me, man. Okay,
Even then, there's some stuff that I found it. I got it going.
my wife's over here looking at me like I fucking knew it. I think she's ignoring me.
I finally got it going. I
All
had
right.
clicked that we were going to live stream, but then I
Uh,
did not click live stream to YouTube.
oh, good job.
So that's on me. I done goofed.
You know, I was looking at our podcast message group.
Uh huh.
Yeah, who put the background picture in?
I did.
I got one request. I know we're on live. Can you go
Uh
back
huh.
in there and put it straight dark? Only reason I'm asking, it's like kind of hard for my old ass eyes to read
Yeah,
light on light.
I can try to figure that out. I don't know how to do it, but I can try to figure it out.
Or I can have the old lady here do it later.
I mean, if the old lady knows how to do it, the old lady's more than welcome to do it. So I
But
don't know how to do it or how to make it dark. All I did was select the whatchamacallit,
podcast thing.
the media logo.
Yeah.
So um what's it called? You were going down some rabbit holes uh this
What's
past
rabbit
week.
hole? Oh, you talking about the Aleister Crowley stuff?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I
You
mean,
want to
you want to talk about that on here? Or you want to talk about it on a actual episode?
Well, that's what I was going to ask you. Do you want to talk about it on here or do you want to wait until we're recording? We've got some people watching right now. So,
I mean, we can talk about it on here, where we don't have to do an extra episode, and it's already kind of out there. Because even though what I know, I don't know if I can do a full episode
yeah.
or do like a partial and skip over to something else.
Uh-huh.
Um, but I mean, dude, Aleister Crowley, that dude, it's something else.
It's wild, dude.
I mean, oh yeah, I mean, so I I just listened to a bunch of videos
Yeah.
on him. I probably spent 3 hours the other day listening. And there's a really good one on YouTube. I'd have to share it or go look it up. But it's a 2 hour episode where they kind of reenacted people that were very important to Aleister Crowley
Uh-huh.
and everything. And they were around for quite a while. And now, what I don't remember if we looked about this up and all that, but Aleister Crowley was very into magic, the occult, but the one type of magic it seemed like this man was only into was sexual magic,
Mhm. He did a
and
lot of ritual sex magic.
a lot. I mean, a lot. Like I don't know what kind of voodoo hoodoo like he was trying to throw down, but I don't understand it. And he was married to Rose. Now
Mhm.
we touched on this the other day. Now Rose was his first wife,
Yeah.
and they wound up having a kid and everything. and his first kid actually wound up passing away from typhoid.
Mm-hmm. That's one thing I could never find. Did he have any surviving children?
Yes, that's how I know that that episode I watched on him. He did have surviving children
Mm-hmm.
and everything. Now, and I'm about to get to one of those surviving children that gets very interesting, but it can't be proven.
Mm-hmm.
So we fast forward. She dies. The first kid dies of typhoid. She comes pregnant again, and I believe she miscarried.
Ooh.
Um, yeah.
No. I'm on an Aleister Crowley page, like reading shit,
Uh,
and I just came across this picture of him. Holy shit, he looks terrifying in this picture.
yeah.
I never thought I'd say that about a naked man, but it's him butt naked. Thankfully, it's not showing anything, so we're good on YouTube. But his whole body is like real thin and pale, and then his head is just fucking huge and super fucking dark.
Yeah.
Like, holy shit, that's a terrifying picture.
He looks homeless.
Not in that, I wouldn't say homeless in that picture. I get why you would say that, but I wouldn't say homeless. He looks fucking evil.
Yeah.
Like,
Now, but we're gonna let's take a step back from his first marriage for a second and his first kid.
mm-hmm.
So Aleister Crowley, we touched on that he was part of it's kind of like the Quakers, but he was a different sect.
Yeah, very
Very
similar to the Quakers.
yeah, very very religious, doom and gloom. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, they followed three major beliefs. The end was near. Jesus was coming back,
Mm-hmm.
and I can't remember what the other one was. But his dad was a brewmaster or owned a brewery
Mm-hmm.
and everything. So they weren't poor by no means as when Alistair was young.
Mm-hmm.
Now his father passed away, and his mother sent him off to some type of boarding school type scenario for the church.
Mm-hmm.
Now the other day, when I told you my wife was crying, and this is what she was crying about. And
Okay.
and after Alistair's father's death is when things really took a turn. Like it almost sounded like the young boy was possessed,
Mm-hmm.
or he had so much resentment toward God that he just didn't give a shit no more. Like something is broke.
Well, from everything I could find, his dad wasn't particularly the best father.
And he may not have been.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly. Um, and back then it wouldn't surprise me because I mean you had really good parents back then, but at the same time the fathers are kind of absent in a
Mm-hmm.
way, and the mother took care of the kids. I do my own type thing.
Yeah.
So now Alistair goes off to boarding school and he starts getting into these impure thoughts and magic and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and for a scientific experiment, he's only been told, "Oh, cats have 9 lives." This is where the first sinister thing that I come across that he done at a young age.
Mm-hmm.
He caught a cat and he took the theory of the 9 lives. So to make sure he killed the cat, and if the cat had no possible way of being alive afterwards,
Mm-hmm.
He literally burned this cat alive till it was charcoal black, stabbed it, cut its throat, smashed its head in,
Jesus
and
Christ.
yeah, it was bad. I'll drown the cat. Yeah, my wife's sitting beside me, and it's that's something evil, even from a child.
Oh yeah.
That is,
That's like those serial killers that, growing up they start doing their crimes on animals, small animals.
yeah. So there's the first thing, and Alistair, I guess the headmaster or something.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember. It's been a couple days, and I've been trying to remember everything as we're talking. Found out about this stuff, and I think some things happened. Alistair come home, and he was malnourished, and he wasn't in very good health.
Yeah.
Whatever was going on there at that school, just it wasn't good for him. So he comes home, and somebody takes him underneath their wing and gets him back into health and stuff. And Alistair spends the summer months getting better, and he starts hiking, and he becomes a very good mountaineer.
Yeah.
I don't know if you knew that, which
No,
I
I
thought was
knew he
kind of
was into mountaineering. I didn't do much diving into like how skilled he was at it or anything like that.
okay. Well, in his younger years, at the time, he uh, did an expedition up onto the second tallest peak in the world at the time.
Yeah. Isn't that
Uh,
K2?
I think it's K2.
So that picture I had that reaction to,
Yeah.
that was during his K2 expedition.
Okay. Well, on the K2 expedition, they got up to I think 20,000 feet. Alistair and them, some of us party come down sick, altitude sickness and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So they stayed down, and another part of the party went up to about 22,000, and they had to turn around and come back. Weather got
Yeah.
too bad, and they had to abandon trying to get to the summit.
Right.
Fast forward, um, Alistair starts getting into the magic stuff, goes to Cambridge
I'm the
University,
Crystal King. Sorry.
and he meets this guy that starts showing him how to perform magic
Right.
in a sense. And the Golden Dawn. That's how this is. The guy introduces him to the Golden Dawn. He sees
Mm-hmm.
potential in Alistair. Well, Alistair being Alistair, well, he ain't gonna sit around and just twiddle his thumbs. He wants to know everything. He's not gonna stay at the bottom of the barrel very long. And from what we understand, he just goes up through the ranks as fast as he can.
Yeah.
Now, what was shocking to me, now the Golden Dawn was his first stop into magical arts and sex magic and all that. Now, one thing that happened is the Golden Dawn pretty much got dissolved
Mm-hmm.
and everything. There's some things that went down, and it had to do with Alistair and stuff. Now, fast forward, and he either joins a new organization or he starts his own. And if he starts his own, it's one of many organizations he starts. This man has
Yeah.
started different cults, and like one cult fails, he was like, well, you know what? I'll just start another one. Like, no big deal. And but he did a lot of traveling, man. A lot of traveling,
Mm-hmm.
and he studied all kinds of stuff, yoga and meditation. And, I mean, he could go to Cairo and France, Germany. Where else is that? There was another spot. He had a buddy. Um, he was having an affair with this lady. I want to say he was in the Golden Dawn still at this point. They had a buddy that wanted to go study abroad uh, for a monastery, but he didn't have the
Mm-hmm.
fare. It was like the fare was like $100.
Right.
Well, she had broken stuff off with her, and she had contacted him because he had performed some ritual to like help me find a way to help pay for my buddy's stuff. Well, she contacts him and they meet up. She's like, "Well, what can I do to get you back?" And Alistair says, "This is what you can do. I want £100. It's not for me. It's for a friend. I'm not going to say what for and everything." Well, Alistair took the money, gave it to his friend, and he got his passage to where he was wanting to go. Sorry, I'm kind of bebopping off in here to the truck stop to get fuel.
No, you good? I'm listening.
And well, come to find out, that woman he was having an affair with, her husband was a colonel in the military.
Mm-hmm.
And after he got back and found out about the money, he reported the money stolen or fraud.
Right.
But she would never prosecute or push for charges because we're assuming she didn't want her husband finding out that she was messing around on him. And that's one of the many things. Um, no, he did dabble in black magic.
No, he did a lot of black magic.
Oh yeah. And
Black
there's
magic
one
was his
instance.
shit.
Well, there's one instance. I want to say they were in Egypt somewhere, and they were off in the desert, and they put out a triangle, killed some pigeons, put at each corner, and him and a
Mm-hmm.
buddy entered uh, the triangle. And in the triangle, he summoned some type of dark entity that possessed
Yeah.
him.
Speaking of like triangles and shit, hang on.
I know I'm bouncing around because I'm going by memory and I don't have notes in front of me.
Yeah.
But and after this was said and done, his buddy recounted the story, saying that that was the most terrifying experience he had ever had with Alistair.
Yeah. So not to change the subject on it, but you ever hear
Media.
of the Meadow Project?
The what?
Meadow Project?
The meadow.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know
So
what you're talking about.
I've got a video pulled up. I've got it muted right now while it goes through the intro. It's a confessionals episode. Anybody watching, y'all go follow the confessionals. Wonderful show. Wonderful show. Tony and his team are a huge inspiration behind this show. But he did this episode interviewing some people who were doing some paranormal research in this undisclosed location. Okay.
Okay. If it
And
gets loud, I'll apologize.
no, you good. It's a meadow in in the woods, and they picked up on thermal this cube, okay,
Okay.
that they couldn't see with their naked eye. And there were like 2 or 3 people that ended up walking into the cube. When they walked into the cube, they disappear from thermal footage.
Huh.
Okay. They
Okay.
said that when they got in there, they what's it called? Like the terrain was completely different and stuff.
Okay.
And shortly after they experienced this, everybody that went into the cube died.
Oh.
Most of them from cancer.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. So Tony and his team went out to this location, and they did a documentary on it.
Okay. Where's
I've got the original.
Yep.
Original video pulled up right now. You can check it out. Let's see.
That's code confessionals50 at factormeals.com.
now? If you wonder if I can hear you, I can't hear shit.
You know, there's a lot of
Is that what you said? You cannot hear me?
Yeah, I can't hear you if you're talking.
Oh, okay. I'll wait then, because I pulled up the video, so I wanted you to be able to check this out too.
Yeah. Well, I'm putting fuel in the truck at the moment, so.
Oh, you good? We can wait.
Yeah, just wait for a minute.
While you're waiting,
No.
I'll try to find this spot
military
in the video.
complexes. You talk about and I think the site. No, there's not any
location, but didn't find it. It was told to me that has a lot of high strangeness. It's 30 minutes from me, and you know, I had an experience there not long ago that was the most. I would speak at libraries and stuff like that before I was podcasting. I would tell people that if you don't,
this is kind of sad, but the one of the people that observed Bob has died.
Really?
To my knowledge.
All right. I'm trying to find the spot in the video where they talk about what happened.
Oh, you're fine.
Back at base camp, he said, "Hey, you know," he radioed back to the teams in the field and back to base camp. Said, "Hey, I'm returning to base camp."
Oh, that's beautiful. The world's experience. In these fields of study or research, whatever you want to call it, a lot of times these guys who are doing the research get very territorial over the ideas, the topics, the locations. Hearing you say that's just beautiful to me, because that's the world. It's a little to as it's hearing this
secret, because if it's disclosed, what I tell people, fish. Cutchin is, Ryan's turns. I want, if he can come down, I have an open invitation for, I'm not in the people that can look at it from there. I can get the value of that.
You're saying it better than I can, driving with your 4 of your life when you start.
We were in July of 2016. So, we had these amazing, UAP sighting, in January. So,
okay. You good?
Yeah, I'm still here. I'm just listening.
Oh, can you hear now?
Yeah.
Okay.
We could start maybe back in 2016 when you started realizing what the area had to offer.
Right. So there I was in the Congo. No, I'm kidding. So there we were in July of 2016. So, we had these amazing, UAP sighting, in January. So it's like, yeah, we'll definitely go back. We'll pick the most uncomfortable time of year here in the South. And we'll go back in the middle of the summer and see what's going on. So we went back. And, like I said, we had identified this big opening, this meadow, and decided we were going to set up our operations there, our concept of operations that particular.
If you want to chime in, just let me know and I'll pause the video, okay?
I mean, that's fine. I'm just kind of listening.
Well, right now he's interviewing a guy by the name of Trey Hudson. Okay.
Okay.
And Trey is a big name in the Sasquatch community. All right. So
The weekend was to have several teams set up in the meadow, with both thermal and night vision. And then we were going to have one of our team members start back at base camp, walk along the half-mile trail, to the meadow, and then bump across the top of the ridge just to the north of it. And the idea was he'd be able to see anything going on down below him. And if there was anything on that ridge just below him, he would flush it down the meadow, and we'd be able to see it and experience it. So he had forgotten a piece of equipment back at base camp. He said, hey, he radioed back to the teams in the field and back to base camp, said, hey, I'm returning to base camp to get, whatever. And then the next radio transmission from him is he said, hey, I just got to the tree across the trail, which is a really well-known landmark. Everybody on the team knows it. And he goes, I don't remember how I got here. I don't recall walking here. So the first thing that pops into our mind is maybe he had some sort of medical issue. So we get our paramedic, our team medic got on the radio and it was going to do a remote assessment. He said, okay, do you have a headache? No. Are you dizzy? No. Okay, repeat Mary had a little lamb. So he repeated that. So there was no, slurring of speech, cognitively everything was functioning. He said, I just don't remember how I got here.
what do you think so far?
You ever heard of road amnesia?
Yep. I've experienced it many times.
Yeah.
It sounds
kind of like that.
Though.
Yeah. Where he just kind of got into a groove and just was just doing his thing and wasn't paying it. Just kind of zoned out.
Yeah, I agree. That's kind of what I was thinking the first time I heard this. And I listened to every episode of this show.
So like so many people, in this business is we have a normalcy bias. And we like to put things into a neat box that makes sense to us. So the normalcy bias on that situation was, hey, he was just focused on what he was doing and was thinking about something else and was daydreaming and just didn't remember to get there.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44.
Well, that worked for a while. So he got out to the edge of the meadow, worked across the top of the ridge. Nothing happened. Dropped down into the west side of the ridge and started moving towards another team. Now this team member consisted of two gentlemen, Tim and Daryl. Daryl has a degree from the Georgia Institute of Technology, has a master's degree in public administration from another university, has spent a career in emergency services. So that's that guy. Second guy, Tim, is a veteran of the U.S. Army 75th Ranger Regiment, special operations guy. Has a dual degree from Georgia Tech in physics and philosophy. My mind just went blank.
So basically, these are not people that are easily fooled.
Right.
Okay. No. He's not going into this with Joe Blow off the street.
Right.
Two piece, physics and philosophy. So, and he worked in AI kind of research for a big company. So, two, solid, guys, very reliable guys. So as Bob dropped down into the meadow, they brought their thermal up and they see where he is. They can see his heat signature. They drop the thermal back down, and then right where he was standing, they see this orb of light appear. And this orb moved very quickly, about 100 meters across the meadow, and stopped and then winked out. But they quickly brought their thermal up to where the orb had disappeared, and once again, they see a man-shaped heat signature standing there. So they get on their radio and they said, Bob, are you okay? And they're watching this heat signature through their thermals, and they see the heat signature bring a radio up to its mouth, key it and say, yeah, why? What's wrong? So they just saw a team member turn into a sphere of energy, move 100 yards or so, and then turn back into a man. And we calculated the distance and the time. It moved about 26 miles per hour over rugged terrain. So they said, hey, you need to come and talk to us. So he's like, okay, I'll go over there and talk to you. So he meanders over there, and he says, hey, what's up, guys? And they said, you just turned into a ball of energy. And he's like, no, I didn't. I just walked over here. They said, no. We saw you turn into a ball of energy and, move quickly and, traverse the meadow and then turn back into yourself. And he goes, you're full of crap. I just walked over here. So if we look at that, if we really start to dissect that, there is a quantum event where you can have something exist in two states simultaneously. A good example of that is the dual slit experiment. Light will exist both as a wave and as a particle. So what we were having is reality, and that's a very subjective term, but reality for both sets of men were different. They both had a different reality, yet their realities existed at the same time in the same place. And one of them the observer effect. If they hadn't observed it, would he have turned into the ball of light? So is it a quantum scale? And I think if you start looking at a lot of these areas of high strangeness, you'll see quantum type instances happening on a much bigger scale. So this was something that we experienced. So that by itself was strange enough. And then it just gets even stranger. Is back at base camp, our base camp operator comes on the radio and he says, "Hey guys, I'll see you in camp in a few minutes. I see your lights coming over the top of the ridge. I don't know why you're coming over the ridge, but I can see your headlamps. Several of them are brilliant green." And we radioed back to our base camp operator and we said, "We're still in the meadow. I don't know what you're seeing." And he goes, "Hold on, guys." And he came back on the radio and says, "These lights are about 20 feet over the ground." So he was experiencing green orbs, above base camp on a ridge that he could see with his naked eye, which is very common in this area, orbs and lights. That's just, almost boring now, when we see them. So we go back to camp, turn in. The same base camp operator had his own experience with the law of fluid dynamics. He had to get up in the middle of the night. And as he was taking care of his business, he sees what people in the Bigfoot world call tree peepers, that something that peeps out around a tree and watches you. And he saw that, watching us from base camp about 40 yards away. And the cool thing is what he saw was white. And the folklore of this area talks about a white, hairy hominid that people have seen in this area. So it's like
that makes me think. Hang on a second.
You there?
Yeah, they just said something, and I want to look something up.
Yeah, white hairy hominid.
Yeah, I remember hearing about a white Bigfoot, but I don't remember where it was from.
Well, we know it's in the south.
Yeah, I want to say it was. I want to say it was in.
You're either going to be
Alabama.
North Georgia, or let's say North Alabama, Northern Mississippi, Tennessee, and then your Missouri, Arkansas, maybe Virginia.
Yeah, I want to say it was in Alabama. They've got a story about a legend of a white Bigfoot.
Well, I mean, don't go be posting my picture and everything. This Bigfoot's been shaving. I'm trying to go into hiding.
Yeah, I want to say that's where it was.
I'm on truck.
The white thing. That's what it was.
White Fang, huh? You say White Fang or White Thing?
Interesting.
Now I'm just going to go by off what you're saying because I can't read it.
Yeah, that's interesting. I wonder if that's where the meadow is. You know what I mean?
Where?
Alabama. Because
Oh,
he's
it
talking
might
about,
be.
this white Bigfoot. Well,
it dovetails very nicely in with the folklore. So the next morning, Bob, who has he's retired law enforcement, has a rich history in backcountry search and rescue in California, comes to us with his GPS. He always runs a track line on his GPS. And he says, "Hey, I want you guys to look at this." And he showed it to us, and his track line were several straight lines. Now, you can't move over this terrain in a straight line, either on foot or by vehicle. But it was like from point A to point B, B to C, C to D, straight lines. But there is a way you can move over this terrain in a straight line. It's in the air. So we did a hypnotic regression earlier this month. December, I'm sorry, last month, with Bob, on this and some other incidences. And when the hypnotist, licensed professional counselor, this is what he does for a profession, got to the missing time, there was a block there. We could not punch through that block. He said, I do not remember anything until I got to that fallen tree. So we went a little deeper, still a block, cannot get through it. So something happened to block his memory for that missing time.
that almost reminds me of like UFO encounters.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Where somebody goes missing for 3 or 4 days and just drop back off in a random ass spot.
Mm-hmm. Did
Yeah.
you hear when he was talking about the team member that they watched on camera turn into a ball of energy and go about 26 miles an hour?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, you know the first thing I thought of when I heard ball of energy and then 26 miles an hour?
Like a spirit orb?
No.
Hmm.
You're in southern Appalachia out there. I'm assuming about where we're talking because we're in Alabama.
Speculating.
You know what they say they have an
Alabama. I don't know for sure, but I'm speculating.
I'm assuming we're probably in Appalachia somewhere.
Yeah.
Well, let's just go that way.
Southern Appalachia.
Yeah. They have stories of fairies.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, what do we know of fairies growing up? They're normally little balls of light.
Mm-hmm.
And then they just kind of
look
come and
at
go.
the Spyro video games. The dragonfly that follows you, it's basically a fairy, And when it's at full health, what does it appear as? A bright yellow ball of light.
Yep.
So it's really interesting. I've actually watched the documentary that Tony Merkel did on this place, and there was one point where they sent one of the guys out as they were packing up to just get some B-roll footage, Okay.
Uh-huh.
And there's a point where he stops what he's doing. And he's got a camera facing him, but looking like behind him, because that's the Carpenter method. Scott Carpenter
Right.
was a Bigfoot researcher, and that's what he would do. He would go walk through the woods, and he would have a camera mounted on his shoulder looking behind him. And you would
Right.
constantly see things as he would like walk by trees, peek out behind the tree at him.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
And so they were doing that while he was, getting B-roll footage just to see maybe something would happen,
Mhm.
And this guy, he's staring off and he's like whistling at something and hooting and hollering and all that. No response.
Okay.
So he turns his camera to what he's looking at. And I swear it looks
Uh-huh.
like a huge black Bigfoot sitting on a log looking away from him.
Oh.
Clear as day. Okay. You can see head, shoulders, everything. Okay.
Oh.
And so he's finally like, okay, nobody's going to believe this shit. Let me go get everybody. So he gets the fuck out of there and goes, gets the rest of the team. He's like, look, I saw it. Okay. Like, y'all got to come. So they follow him out to the spot and it's still there.
Okay.
Same spot, same position, everything. They get a little closer and realize it's a fallen tree. They're seeing the bottom of the tree from a shadow, like the roots of the tree. Okay.
Interesting.
So it takes the whole air out of it. It's like, damn it, we thought we had it, and now it's turns out to be nothing, and we just wasted all this time,
Right.
So they leave. They stay at a hotel that night. When they wake up the next morning, there's scratches and mud prints and hair and all kinds of stuff on their car.
The hell?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not trying to poke holes in this, but that could also be a publicity stunt, like to get more views.
If you watch a lot of the confessionals and their documentaries and stuff, there's been times where they've, like their very first documentary, Expedition Dogman, they went out to Kentucky and they looked for the Dogman. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You know what they caught?
What?
Not a damn thing.
Yeah.
I mean, there was a couple of instances where, oh, that's a weird shadow,
Right.
or oh, that noise coming from the woods sounded weird, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But hard concrete evidence, yeah, nothing. And you know what they did?
What?
Still put it out there.
Yeah. I mean, and that's.
It's
I'll
like
put you like
they're
this.
not trying to hide it. They're like, yeah, we went out there. Not a whole lot happened. There you go.
Yeah. I mean, when you go looking for stuff, you're not always going to find what you're looking for.
I can
And
verify
sometimes,
that. I did the ghost hunting thing, and I'll tell you, about 80% of the time we went out, nothing fucking happened.
Yeah. Now, that doesn't say that it's not going to happen.
Yeah,
and
100%.
I'll be honest with you. Like, it's like me and you were talking and everything. Like, your house, like, where you're at now. Yeah, there's a spirit out there. Now, is it your grandpa? From what we understand, yes. Not that big of a.
I have my questions about that, but that is what it appears to be.
Right. Whatever, and if it's not, whatever it is, it's not malevolent.
Yeah, it's not
From
doing
what
anything to anybody.
Yeah, from what I can tell.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, now at the same time, I I tend to shut myself off from that stuff.
Yeah.
I've done it for a long time. But I also know when I'm around something that yeah. That's
Yeah.
why I'm hesitant on like the ghost stuff that we talked about doing.
Well, you know what Devil's Backbone is going to mostly be.
I know. I know. And we've already discussed that when we do Devil's Backbone, if I say we need to leave and get out of where we're at, we leave.
100%. And that goes for any investigation, any documentary we do. If you get a gut feeling that we shouldn't be where we are at, speak up and we will leave. Like, trust your gut, you know?
Well, there's things you can do. And you've lived in old houses.
Mm-hmm.
The house that you just moved out of was kind of old for what you told me.
Yeah.
But it was also on the side of a blood feud like the Hatfields and McCoys.
Mm-hmm.
Just Texas style.
Yep. And we do things big down
here. Yeah, well, not sure if you're doing big, but you might do them a little upscale from the rest of us.
Yeah, we take things serious.
But I mean, you told me so much stuff that had happened at your old house with Ghost.
Mm-hmm.
And don't get me wrong, dude, I'm a little hesitant coming down there. Now, that's not why I didn't come until right after you got to the camper, but at the same time, I'm like, do I want to sleep in my truck or do I want to sleep in the house? I'm like,
Did I ever tell you about the first time I saw an apparition?
No.
It was shortly after my great-grandpa, Shapey, passed away. My Opa Shapey.
Okay.
Me and him weren't really close until there towards the end. We started getting a little closer, you know. That's nothing against him. It's just a matter of he's old school and I was a kid, you know.
Right.
So, he died of lung cancer early 2000s. And we were at the coast when he died. Okay. We when we got the call he wasn't going to make it through the night, we left the coast and came back, and we barely didn't make it in time. Okay.
Right.
He died about 15 minutes before we got there. But fast forward a couple of weeks, and we're at our place in Stockdale. And this house had 2 living rooms that were divided by a like entertainment center wall kind of thing. Right. No doors on either side, just a walkway that you could go through between the 2. And I'm sleeping on the couch this night, and my sister's sleeping on the floor in the living room. And I remember waking up and opening my eyes, and I could see something standing next to the entertainment center. And I'm looking at it, and I'm like, what is that? You know? And my eyes are slowly adjusting, and it's coming into focus, and it's Opa. Okay? And I tell you right now, he looked pissed.
Oh.
Okay? Just the look on his face. He looked pissed. And I saw it, and it was there for a minute, and then it just disappeared. I thought, okay, that's weird. But I'm half asleep. I bet I was just seeing things, okay? Go back to sleep. Fast forward to the next day, we're riding in the car with my mom, and my sister starts crying out of nowhere. And we're like, you know, what's wrong? What's wrong? And through her tears, she goes, I saw Opa last night next to the TV. Okay. Now, my Opa Shapey,
Okay.
he was not an angry man.
Right.
Like, the dude didn't have a mean bone in his body. Which leads me to believe whatever I saw was not him.
Which is very, very, very true on that. And I would say it probably wasn't.
Yeah, I think whatever I saw was taking advantage of the fact that his death was still very fresh, and was using that to try to get an opening. Now,
Yeah.
that same house, there was a night I was sleeping on the couch, and I remember opening my eyes and seeing a misty apparition of a little girl run from the kitchen into the living room and then disappear.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Now, that house that I'm talking about,
Mm-hmm.
it's like a mile down the road from the house I used to live in.
Oh.
Same plot of land, basically.
Now we're talking the house you just moved out of?
Yep.
Oh. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be
So
honest, I can't tell you. Go ahead.
it's that same site for that blood feud.
Yeah. So yeah, there's no telling. Like I can tell you right now, I can't tell you when the first time I started experiencing stuff.
Yeah.
I really can't.
Well, that's not the first time I experienced anything. I remember being a little kid playing in my room, and I would constantly hear my name called.
Oh.
And I remember I would get out of my room and go see what my mom needed because it sounded like her, and she wasn't calling me. And the first few times, like, she would write it off and be like, "Yeah, you're just hearing things because the house is quiet." But you could kind of tell by the look on her face that she was a little freaked out.
Well, I do that shit all the time with Emily.
Yeah.
Just the other night, I thought she hollered at me and everything. I don't think
Yes.
anything like of it. Maybe something squeaked or because I think she listened to a video, so it may be something I misunderstood. I can tell
Oh
you
no,
right
I'm
now,
talking. These were so
my hearing ain't
clear.
what it
Like
used to be.
these were so clear. There was no way it was just the house squeaked or something. Like
Yeah.
I know what I heard.
And it was my name, and apparently
Mm-hmm.
not.
Yeah, and it's just your name. That's all it says. So.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
Tampa Bay's off to a good start.
I
They
mean,
just had to punt, but they pinned Atlanta down at the 1.
nice.
Yeah. Keep talking. I can hear you. I'm going to grab me another drink.
Yeah. I know the best I can remember with spooks and stuff like that, um, and thinking I would see stuff.
Uh-huh.
Would probably have to be at the house in Emmett. We lived in a trailer park, and in the back of the trailer park there were houses. And the house was originally owned by the owner and everything, which his both his daughters lived on the property. One wasn't married, the other one was. And the one that was married, they done built a big old like 3-story house out there on the property, beautiful house.
Mm-hmm.
And man, that house is so pretty, so nice inside. From what I remember as a kid, but I remember telling you when my grandfather passed away. and everything. He passed away on the front porch, and my aunt lived in the house next door to us, and I was over at her house not long after he passed. I come outside, the porch light's on. Porch light was right over the door to the house, and I see an apparition sitting exactly where my grandfather passed away. I'm like, oh, okay. Freaked me out. I turned white. I went back inside. I was like, I'm just gonna chill out for a minute. I'll go back over there here in a little bit. Hopefully it's gone by then.
Mm-hmm.
And so I come back out of my aunt's house about 30 minutes or so, and I go to the house. Okay, there's nothing there in the chair. Cool. Now, my father said that it was him sitting there. Okay, that's believable. But at the same time, were you really sitting there, or are you just not trying to get me from freaking myself out? You know what I mean? And so I don't really know what to believe on that one. I mean, I was like 12, from what I remember. And I do remember having a dream. This is before we moved to Emmett. We lived in a little community called Board Ark. Now this is south of Spring Hill, Arkansas. And it's a backwater lake way off in the sticks. And you don't really go down there unless you know the area or you know somebody. I mean, it's kind of rough, and they don't do well with outsiders. And in other words, basically, it's what you consider one of the sundown communities that are still kind of around. And
Yeah.
I remember having a very, very, very vivid or dream. We had a bear break through our door on the house and attack us all. And I still now, and I'm still remembering this like uh, this is like between the ages of 8 and 10. I had this dream, and now I do remember something. Now I can't say that it was a ghost or spook or whatever. But my next door neighbor, there was a girl named Miranda. I mean her, we were pretty good friends. Now Miranda was 4 years older than I was. But oddly enough, since we were basically all the kids there, we kind of become good friends. So we finally talked to her. Mom and Dad let me stay over one night, and we watched I think it was The Ring
Oh,
and
dude.
everything.
That
And I go
movie
to
fucked
lay
with me.
down, and yeah, well, I go to lay down, and all I could hear was ringing, ring, 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 ring.
Like a phone?
That's all I heard. I want about, yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. That's all I could hear. I wanted freaking myself out bad enough. I had to go home. I had to go home, and like a scared little kid, I crawled off in the bed of my father because like I'm terrified to death. Actually, oh, I think my dad was there. I don't remember. My dad was in. I don't remember what. I scared to death. Like I just didn't want to deal with it. And
You see what
but
Natalie just sent?
yeah, Guess Jacob got her flowers for no good reason.
Yeah, she says, y'all, he got me flowers for no reason, and I've turned into such a girl. should I be an asshole, or should I just leave it alone?
Well, I mean, I thought she was one of the dudes, and I'm pretty sure she got a bigger.
Okay.
You know what
I take that as a yes,
Jacob.
be an asshole. So here we go.
Yeah. She's going to kill us both.
There we go.
Wow. Nice knowing you, Dakota.
You like what I sent?
I didn't see it, but knowing you, you probably sent something.
Nah, it's the Gary. So I looked up hearing non-existent phone rings. Okay. There's a few explanations. Okay. Auditory pareidolia. This phenomena occurs when the brain interprets ambiguous sounds as recognizable patterns, such as phone rings, even in the absence of actual phone sounds. Okay.
Okay.
Hypervigilance, which I don't believe this one fits you, okay, or fits your experience, says the constant presence of smartphones and digital communication can lead to heightened sensitivity to auditory stimuli, making it easier to perceive phantom phone rings. Okay?
Okay.
With this being when you were a kid, I don't believe that's the case.
No, I mean, we had cell phones, but no, that's not going to be the case.
They weren't as common. Spiritual significance. Some believe that hearing a phone ring without a physical device could symbolize communication from the spirit world or a reminder to pay attention to your intuition. And then there's emotional release. This experience may also indicate unresolved emotions or issues that need attention, prompting self-reflection. While these phenomena can be unsettling, they are generally not indicative of a serious underlying issue and are a common occurrence in modern society.
Okay.
So do what you want with that.
All I heard was
I just wanted to look it up.
All I heard was I'm batshit crazy.
Well, if you're batshit crazy, I am, because I used to always hear it used to be a multiple times a day thing. I would be playing in my room as a kid and just hear, Dakota! And I'd get up and go into the living room where my mom was. Hey, what do you need? What? I mean, multiple times a day.
Now, yeah. Now, I will say this. Now, at night, I've told you about the house outside of Prescott we used to live in and what happened there, which I can refresh your memory. The demonic presence within a hypervigilant dream.
Yeah.
I mean, doors opening and closing.
Go ahead and retell the story for anybody watching that hasn't heard it. But I remember what you're talking about.
Okay. So, yeah, okay. So we're just going to throw back down on this real quick. So that house, and I would honestly love to go there and ask the people that live there now if they still have issues. Because so much happened at that house. It's unsettling.
Yeah.
That's the only house I've ever lived in that I wasn't super comfortable in. So, the first occurrence happened probably not long after we moved in. Now, this happened to my stepsister. And she had the bigger of the rooms between me and her. I had a little bitty room. She had the bigger one.
Mm-hmm.
And she had a picture board up on the wall. Now, we're not talking about using thumbtacks for a picture board or anything like that. We're talking about using the bands where they holds in the corner. And she had them up on there, and she had some pictures of my old boyfriend. Now, the old boyfriend, from what I know, he got killed in a four-wheeler accident. Now, she always kind of said it, maybe that he followed her around. I don't know. I don't think that's the case in this instance. Maybe. But she said a gust of wind come through and blew every one of those pictures down. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, I don't really see that happening. Now, by like gust of wind indoors, man, it's an old house. It's an old brick house. But we're not talking about like the
house. Sorry. ADHD brain.
Oh, no, you're fine. We're not talking about like the red brick houses. We're talking like these are kind of tall bricks that you see like I guess used in like Columbia places like that. They're kind of tall. They're not cinder blocks, but they're a different type of block brick. This is a nice house though. Love the house.
Yeah.
So that happens, and we just kind of blow it off. Oh, you're being dramatic, whatever. Now, the next thing that I remember happening, though, this happened to me, and there's probably a lot more that's happened in this house. This was never really talked about, or at least I don't know about. Now she was down at her dad's and Smackover, Arkansas.
Mm-hmm.
That's where she was originally from. And her bedroom door is cracked open. We're gonna say maybe 8 inches or less. Not,
Mm-hmm.
may have been a little bit more. I don't remember exactly. I'm just saying it wasn't a huge crack opened up. And in between mine and her bedroom, there's the bathroom. Well, I go down there. I'm going to use the bathroom. Hallway's dark, and all I see is a white figure or light, whatever you want to call it, just dart, like either through the crack or across the crack, whatever way. It freaked me out. It really, really freaked me out. And I turned around, and I don't think I went back for a little while. I don't think I even used the bathroom for a minute. I may have it. I just don't remember the time. And it just wasn't right. But I was, oh, it's white. It's not malevolent. Okay, whatever. So we're gonna fast forward a little bit, and the next thing I remember happening to me, my dad and my stepmom, they were down at the boats in Shreveport, and my stepbrother and stepsister were watching me. And I always went and laid back down right before, so I'd get up like 5:45, 6 o'clock in the morning, eat breakfast, and get picked up about 6:45, 7 o'clock. So I'd go eat breakfast, get dressed, lay back down for 15, 30 minutes. Well, in the midst of me laying back down, and this is like how quick this happens, I shouldn't have fallen asleep too terribly hard, but apparently I started dreaming very vividly. I'm in my bedroom, At this point, she had moved out, moved back in. So I took over the big bedroom. She's in the little bedroom. So I'm in the room now that she had her first experience, and where I'd had an experience going to the bathroom. So we're kind of that in as or picture. And I'm in my bed in this dream, and I wake up. I hear a baby crying, and I know there's no babies in this house at all. I know that for a fact. So okay, well that's weird. Why am I hearing a baby cry? And I sit up, and my buddy John appears. Now I'm like, John, why are you here? And I don't remember him talking to me. And he walks toward the foot of my bed and turns and disappears. Okay, that's weird. Where'd he go? Now, at the foot of my bed, it was actually a computer desk, but I used it as a TV stand.
Mm-hmm.
Because I had an old, like, tube TV. Like,
Right.
wood paneling on one side. It is old, but
Yeah.
hey,
Yeah.
I had a TV. Like, I'm living the good life as a kid.
Back when no matter what size TV it
And,
was, you needed two people to carry it.
No, I don't need one person.
You get what
I
I'm
was
saying.
I was the oddball of the bunch. I was a strong kid.
It's a huge ass
Yeah.
TV.
Yeah. I mean, it's probably a 20-inch TV. Nothing
Yeah.
big. Anyhow, so I get up out of bed and I start walking toward the end of the bed, and I look over to my left and behind the TV stand, and there is a horned figure, like his hair was horns, and it freaked me out. And I woke up. Now I don't remember talking to this figure after this. I refused to sleep in that room for over a week,
Mm-hmm.
and I slept on the couch. Now, the couch is pretty comfy, but I didn't really talk about it or anything. I just, refused to sleep in the room. Now, I
Right.
can tell you right now, and I remember the morning quite well. And so we're gonna fast forward again. Now, off the kitchen was technically a dining room, but it was being used as a TV room for my stepmom and my dad, and then their bedroom was on the other side of it, and their bedroom was technically a den that opened
Yeah.
up with French doors. One side of the French door stayed closed and locked. It had a a floor lock and a ceiling lock, if I remember correctly, and they're wooden doors, so they're not light. Well, apparently my stepbrother was in there watching TV, and one side of the door that was always unlocked, apparently it opened up wide enough for a person to go through, and then it closed behind it.
You
Okay,
didn't see nobody
not
come
weird
through
at
though.
all.
You didn't see nobody come through.
He didn't say no.
Hmm.
Now, this is coming not firsthand. Well, it's firsthand knowledge, but I mean, it's getting passed down to me from him. I mean, I wasn't there, so I can't verify it. On the instance,
You there? think we lost Dave, guys. I think we lost Dave. I just texted him. While I'm waiting on him to come back, let's go ahead. I can't hear you, brother. I don't know what you're hearing, but I can't hear you. So. You are probably just going through a bad area. I don't know. Maybe just give it a minute. I'm going to go to this. Let's see here.
Throw it as hard as you want. Go on. Watching it zip away feels like it might just keep going, right? Nope, here it comes. This thing's a total game changer. Throw it across.
I almost
A woman named Jessica says that she has
watched that ad constantly. Yeah, Dave, I can't hear you. I'm gonna watch this video while I wait. You can hop back in, whatever. I don't know what to tell you. You just disappeared.
recently purchased a fun playhouse for her daughter that looks very similar to their own house, with its own motion sensing doorbell camera.
For a house tour of Emma's house.
See, right now,
I'm going to show them the drive.
if I was this parent, I'd burn the fucking
really
house down.
wanted
And
it
I'm
to
not
have a
talking
doorbell
playhouse.
camera like our
Whole
front
fucking
door.
house.
But since then, things around their house have gotten a little spooky. Jessica's daughter says that she sometimes sees a quote-unquote scary guy in their house.
What guy? The guy. The guy is at the door. Guy. Can we go together? Yeah. Do you want to open the door or you want mommy to open it? I want mommy to open it. Okay. He's in there. The guy? Yeah. He's scary. He's scary? I'm scared. It's okay. No.
Jessica's daughter claims that the scary guy is in her room, but Jess doesn't see anyone or anything. She just dismisses the whole incident as likely being her daughter's overactive imagination. But then, a few nights later, something happens that absolutely freaks Jessica out. Jess is sitting in her living room when she suddenly receives a motion alert. Not from her own doorbell camera, but from the one on her daughter's little playroom house.
Okay, pause here. I understand you want, your kid to have like a realistic playhouse and stuff like that. Hell, I do the same for my son. I wouldn't put a working fucking camera on it. Like, fuck that shit.
When Jessica checks the notification, what she sees is like something right out of a horror movie.
Those things get hacked so easily. And I don't want some random person that hacks into the system to be able to see what my child is doing. Not saying this is a bad parent, just saying I wouldn't do it. I remember the first time I saw that little doll head made me jump so fucking high. Is that you, Dave?
Yep. Can you hear
There you are. What's up, my brother?
me?
Yep, I got you.
I think my data messed up.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
Well, finish up your story
So,
real
is
quick,
it
and then
still
we'll do
am I
this
glitching out?
video.
Give me a second. My grandmother. We went out one day. Me and my dad, or stepmom, we were fishing. Now, this house was on like 360 acres. And we had access to all the acreage, so all the ponds and stuff. And we're out fishing, and we come back, and my grandmother's on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
You there?
Yeah,
I was making sure you can hear me.
yeah, I can still hear you.
Okay.
Are you there? Hello? Hello? Guys, I think we lost Dave again, so we'll go back to this. I kept watching this the first time, fully expecting there to be another figure next to that dog. I'd have shit myself. And then this made me jump too. I think it's right here. Watch the doorway. Right there. Made me jump like a motherfucker. Woman, why are you standing there? Drop kick the house. Oh, ad.
Now, a note on this clip. This is not a motion camera that pans around the room on its own motor. This camera is actually attached to the playhouse door. So this back and forth motion means that the playhouse door is actually opening and closing. But it gets even weirder, because the camera repeatedly catches a little playtime mannequin head in the corner of the playhouse, and its hair seems to be lifted up by some unseen force, and then just suddenly drops back down. After this, Jessica has had about enough. She says that she took down the little playhouse, but her dog sometimes says that she sees the quote-unquote scary guy back in their house.
Really creepy videos.
On March 6, 2015, Jennifer Grosbeck was driving home with her 18-month-old daughter Lily secured in her car seat in the back. While driving along a lonely road in Utah, Jennifer lost control of her SUV and crashed off the side of a bridge, flipping her car upside down into the freezing water of the Spanish Fork River. Most of the car was submerged in the icy water, and tragically, Jennifer Grosbeck passed away almost instantly. However, luckily the car was positioned in a way that Jennifer's 18-month-old baby Lily was not plunged into the freezing water. The baby was held in place in her car seat in the back. Many hours later, the car is spotted in the river, and emergency first responders arrive on the scene.
Go ahead.
What have you got? What have you got?
Like this,
but as the police and firemen approached the car, they heard something that they really can't explain.
We heard something saying, help us inside. And so it was at that point that we, said we have to get in that car now. And we all, the four of us were able to push the car on its side. And that's when I looked inside and was able to see the child infant strapped in the back seat.
Anybody hear us? Hello? Oh, God, there's a baby. Oh, fuck. There's a baby.
Brian. Pass her up, pass her up. Pass her up. Here, right here, right here.
Go, 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 go.
She's definitely hypothermic. She's freezing.
Throw up in there.
Here, dump up.
Out at me. I mean, do you know who that was?
Y'all ever want to go down a rabbit hole? Look up Anderson Cooper's lineage.
I assumed that it was someone in the car saying, help me. That's why we responded saying, we're trying, we're going to get inside and help you. We're doing the best we can.
We're helping, we're coming.
It wasn't until after we flipped it that we saw the mother, who we know now was deceased at the time, and the child was in the back seat.
Even stranger. Although all four of the early responders said that they heard the strange, unexplained voice of a woman pleading for help, the officers' body cameras did not pick up any voice at all.
Here, get over here, Beddoes. We're helping, we're coming.
To me, it was plain as day, because I remember hearing a voice. It didn't sound like a child. Just saying, help me.
Jennifer Grosbeck's family believes that it was the voice of Jennifer's spirit, calling out from the great beyond to try to urge the emergency workers to hurry to save her baby daughter, Lily.
She was just a very compassionate and caring person. She always wanted to bend over backwards for her loved ones. She loved Lily with all her heart. She was the love of her life.
The emergency team that was on the scene says that they simply can't explain what they heard.
We're helping, we're coming.
The Lighthouse Seance. Paranormal enthusiast James White has a very spooky business. He professionally arranges and hosts seances in allegedly haunted and abandoned buildings in Toronto, Canada. James is hosting a seance at the historic Lambton House with a group of curious participants. The Lambton House is a former inn that was built in 1860, and it is said to be extremely haunted. Now, James White and his group are about to witness something absolutely terrifying.
This guy right over here.
Okay.
This
So,
dude
Norman,
right here.
so Norman, someone in this room is trying to harm you? Is it a person? If so, give me a sign.
Okay. Careful.
Are
what
they
you
in
got
this
for-
room?
No.
Is it
And
is it a
neither
male?
are you now.
Hold it back. Keep like his chair to backward. Why did your chair to back? It's not moving. Oh, something just pulled. Yeah. Keep your hands together. Keep your hands together. We grabbed him as soon as he fell back. Do not break. Paste it. Okay, really? It did break when he fell though. He went that far back. Okay, so did something actually pull your chair? Yeah, like he tipped backwards. Something pulled your chair. Yes.
While in the middle of a seance, one participant is forcefully yanked backwards out of his chair by an unseen force.
Is it
Now, in all fairness, this dude runs a seance business. He could have had fishing line or something tied to a chair to fuck with him or drum up more business. Just being fair here, you know. I mean, you got to try to take the skeptical viewpoint on it.
Is it a male?
The door behind me was open, and I had my partner sitting beside me, and we had the door, like the door was open behind us, and we thought we heard something back there, but nothing was there. So we turned, and I looked, and I saw nothing. So I turned my head back towards the group, like the circle, and we're all holding hands. And then all of a sudden, I just felt like this force just come and pull me back, and it was like aggressive. It wasn't like calm. It was aggressive, like it was trying to kill me or something. I don't even know. My feet were like flat on the ground. I wasn't moving. I was holding hands with the people beside me.
I don't think this dude's in on it. He seems genuine. I think if this is fake, not saying it is, but if it is, it's set up by the guy that runs it, that James White guy, as a way to drum up more business.
All right, I'm thinking back.
Hey, did you try that trick I told you?
No. What I wound up doing is going into my I logged out and everything, and then instead of using my email, I logged in through my Apple to try to force it to let me back on.
So
I was getting aggravated.
You do know it's got your last name on there, right?
That's fine.
Okay. I didn't know if you wanted that information out there.
I mean, you find me, go ahead. What are you gonna do? I'm fucking broke. I'm fat. I'm bald.
And you got guns.
That's right.
So.
I know how to use them.
Yeah. So we're sitting here. Let me rewind this a little bit so you can check it out. Okay, this dude, he runs a seance business. All right, can you?
What if you can create your own website by saying, "This is what I want"? With Wix, you can't.
Can you see what we're watching?
Someone in this room is trying to.
Yeah.
Okay. So this dude runs a seance business where he goes to haunted locations and people can buy tickets and he'll do a seance in the haunted location. You know, what could go wrong?
Oh, yeah. What could go wrong? Yeah.
Can you see the mouse?
Yeah.
Watch this dude right here, okay?
Are you? Is it a person? If so, give me a sign.
Right.
Are they in this room?
Okay.
Is it a male?
Oh.
Hold it back. Like his chair to backward.
Now, all fairness, this dude runs a seance business. Maybe he had somebody else helping him and he had a fishing line or something tied to the chair to yank the dude back.
Right.
You know. But that was forceful.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, it yeeted him out of existence.
Yeah.
Why did you jerk it back? I did not move it. Oh, something just pulled. Yeah. Keep your hands together. Keep your hands together. Did you grab them as soon as he fell back? Do not break. Okay, really? It did break when he fell though. He went that far back. Okay, so did somebody actually pull your shirt? Yeah, like he fell backwards. Somebody pulled your chest.
While in the middle of a seance, one participant is forcefully yanked backwards out of his chair by an unseen force.
Is it a male?
The door behind me was open, and I had my partner sitting beside me, and we had the door, like the door was open behind us, and we thought we heard something back there, but nothing was there, so we turned.
See, that leads me to believe it might be staged also. They heard something back there right before it happened, you know?
Right. Okay. Do me a favor.
Okay.
Can you zoom in right above dude's head?
The dude that got yanked back?
Yeah. Yep. You just had your mouse on.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to zoom in. Hang on.
Okay, wait. Can you look right above the dude's head? There's a door right there.
Yeah.
What is that?
You talking this right here?
Uh-huh.
I think that's like a China hutch or something in the other room. I think. I don't know. I think. Because to me, I'm looking at it on the computer screen. It's square, you know?
Right.
It's awfully square. So.
There, but nothing was there, so we turned, and I looked and I saw nothing, so I turned my head back towards the group, like the circle, and we're all holding hands, and then all of a sudden I just felt like this force just come and pull me.
Yeah, and see, it looks almost like there's something right here in whatever that thing you were pointing out was.
Yeah.
So. But the fact they heard something, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That makes me wonder, was somebody sneaking around in there?
Yeah. And more likely it was probably staged. I mean.
Yeah. So this channel, Nuke's Top 5, they do compilations every couple of weeks of different, like, creepy videos and stuff from the internet.
Right.
Some of them are 100% obviously staged. Some of them are I'm a little less certain on, you know?
Right.
Back, and it was like aggressive. It wasn't like calm, it was aggressive, like it was trying to kill me or something. I don't even know. My feet were like flat on the ground. I wasn't moving. I was holding hands with the people beside me, and it just pulled me. And it like felt like someone was coming up behind me, like standing up behind me.
I don't think
as I'm sitting in the chair and like taking my shoulders and like pulling me towards the mirror. It was crazy.
You know what I mean?
Fellow participants and eyewitnesses from the seance took to Instagram to share their story.
Can you hear me? Did we lose you again? I think we lost him again.
About the incident. One seance witness had this to say about the strange event. I sat across from him when this happened, and it was fantastic to see. Another witness says, I was there. Another epic seance with James White's seance. So did James White capture evidence of an unknown entity aggressively grabbing an innocent visitor at the Lambton house? I leave it up to you to decide.
All right. Can you hear me?
There you are.
The male?
I don't think the dude that got
I don't
killed
know.
is in on it.
And he might not be.
I don't think he is.
Yeah.
So he seems pretty honest.
Well, that's the worst type of person. They look honest, but they ain't.
That's true. That's very true.
You ever met you feel like an honest car salesman, but at the end of the day, he's still screwing you over?
So funny story, when I was a kid, I told my grandpa, my dad's dad, that I was thinking about going into politics.
Oh, God.
And he said, you know, you need to know 3 things in order to be a politician. Okay?
Uh-huh.
And what's funny is in order to learn the third one, you have to first know how to do the first 2. Okay?
Uh-huh.
You need to know how to lie, how to cheat, and how to sell used cars. You there? Can you hear me? Dude, you must be going through a bad area.
Yeah.
Did you hear what I said? Hello?
All right. Can you hear me now?
Good.
All right.
Did you hear
Dude,
what I said?
I don't think it's the area. I think it's the app. No.
I have no idea. It might be.
Something about lying, cheating, selling used cars, I think.
Yeah, you need to know 3 things in order to be a politician: how to lie, how to cheat, and how to sell used cars.
Yeah.
Funny enough, you need to first learn the first 2 before you can learn the third one.
Yeah. You know, I used to sell cars. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't agree with you. You have to be able to lie and cheat people over to sell cars. I don't care what you say. You have to be able to do that.
Yeah,
And
to an extent. To an extent, you could be a good salesman and do that less, or to a lesser extent. But yes, somewhat you have to be able to convince them that that car is the best option. You know.
right. And you know, that's the reason I got out of car selling because, dude, I couldn't sell my soul enough. Like
Mm-hmm.
well, I wouldn't say I couldn't sell my soul enough. I just couldn't sell my soul to be a car salesman. I just couldn't do it. I can tell you
Like
right
the
now.
guy. Do
Go ahead.
what? Go, no,
Go
go.
ahead.
You go.
Because there's car salesmen out there, even in small towns, that
Yeah.
make $100,000+ a year.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's
But
like the guy that goes to my dad's church. You know, he's a really good dude. Like when I buy cars from him, I trust him. And the way he does it is you text him a couple of weeks before you go in, tell him what you're looking for, okay? And by the time you get there, he will have a stack about that high of potential vehicles that'll fit what you're wanting, okay?
okay,
Not only will he have them ready to go, he will have personally test drove every single one of them. And if he won't buy it, he won't even show it to you.
and you know what? And that's a good person.
Yeah.
But that's not every salesman. That
Because
that
I
right
went in
there.
there.
Go ahead.
When I bought my white truck, I went in there and I was looking at this red truck, okay?
Okay.
And I flat out asked him, because it wasn't in the stack. I flat out asked him, hey, you know, what's up? What about this truck? And he goes, oh, you don't want that one. It's going to have problems here before too long. I said, okay, do you mind if I at least look at it? You know what he told me?
What?
He said, sure, you can look at it if you get a different salesman.
Oh. Oh.
It's like, I'm not going to show you something that you might be tempted to buy when I know it's going to give out on you in 50,000 miles.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Okay, fair enough. You know?
Well, I mean, that's like I'm kind of looking at a couple cars right now, which I still got to do some digging on. But
Shit, if you lived closer, I'd get you in touch with him.
oh, dude, I don't mind. Dude, I don't mind. Get me in touch with him if he can help me out. I mean, I don't mind coming to Texas.
I'll send you his information. Like I said, just a couple of weeks before you're going to go physically into the dealership, text him and be like, hey, you know, I need 4 doors. I need, you know, this type of engine. I need this. I need that. I need.
Well,
give him a list of things that you absolutely have to have in the vehicle, and give him a list of things that you would like to have. Okay?
Yeah.
And he will find things that he has in the lot that fit what you're looking for.
But it's like this, man. So, you know what's going on with me and everything, but I come across this Facebook ad, and it's like, okay, we're doing a special finance right now where your paycheck's your credit.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I mean, it sounds like a sales gimmick, but whatever. Trying to get some sales at the end of the year.
I don't trust it.
I mean, I don't particularly trust it, but I'm like, hey, I'll check it out. Maybe.
Yeah, your paycheck might be your credit, but without running a credit score, what's your interest rate going to be?
Right. And I call up there and I tell him, hey, this is this, and he's like, all right, well, I'm gonna have this person call you back. They specialize in what you got going on. And I'm like, all right, I never get a call back today. But I tell him, like, listen, y'all got a 2020 Camry XSE, and y'all got a 2020
What the hell?
Nissan.
Hang on a second. Hang on. I don't know if you heard that loud ass gunshot right outside of my RV.
No.
And it is dark, so nobody better be hunting. Give me a second. This is going to make great content. Entertain the people while I'm gone.
So, well, guys, I guess Dakota's about to go outside and kick somebody's ass or something. Who knows? Now, Dakota ain't going to do anything too crazy, but me knowing Dakota, it might get crazy. So, but I'll go ahead and finish my story with y'all. But I'm looking at these 2 cars, and the other car was a 2020 Nissan Maxima Platinum Edition. Now, it had less miles on it and all that. Now, right now, I'm rolling around in a Armada, which I absolutely love the Armada, but I'm wanting to get something smaller, cheaper on gas, cheaper payment hopefully, and cheaper on insurance. And now the Camry would be the better choice of the 2 because it's got a 4-banger in it. But we'll get around to it and see if anything happens. But I will finish up on my little ghost story and stuff. So now this is, like I said, this is back when I was a teenager. We lived out the house, and my grandmother come ill. Well, we went out fishing. We come back, and my dad found my grandmother on the floor of the living room, about half dead. And we rushed her down to Texarkana to St. Michael's. And now the doctor said she had blood clots in her lungs, which is possible. I mean, at this point,
Abby.
she's... Huh?
Abby.
Oh. Talking to the puppy dog? I don't know what Dakota's doing. So, doctor said she's got blood clots in her lungs. And he's like, hey, listen, like, we're going to have to give her some medicine But this medicine doesn't start dissolving these blood clots in the next
Walk
30
through your
minutes.
phone.
Might as well say your goodbye, sir. She pretty much won't make it through the night. Well, long story short, she keeps on kicking. Now, I've always said that my grandmother was too old, stubborn, and better to die and everything. But not long after this and stuff, she went up doing a stint in a mental institution.
Abby, you're okay, baby. You're
Now,
okay.
whether it was
You're okay. Come here.
due to the fact that she was dealing with a near-death experience, or she was ready to just go because my grandfather passed a few years prior to this happening. But who knows on that aspect. I think Dakota's got his lapel mic on.
Yeah, I do.
Whew.
I'm assuming you can hear me talking to Abby.
Yeah, I could.
Hang on. I'm going to be making a phone call.
What's going on?
I don't have any idea.
You still hear gunshots?
Yeah, give me just a second.
Thank you for calling the London County Sheriff's Office. This is Sheriff Joshua Ray. If this is an emergency, please hang up and dial 911. If you know your party's extension, you may dial it now. Please select from the following options. For animal control services, press 1. For sex offender registration, press 2. For open record requests, press 3. For non-emergency service, press 4. For criminal.
Thank you for calling the Guadalupe County Sheriff's Office. Guadalupe County Sheriff's Office?
Yes, I live out on Sheffield Road, off of Zion Hill, and I'm sitting here in my my house, and I just heard a gunshot, and I see somebody walking around out in the.
Well, guys, I think he muted his mic. Here, I wanted to hear what was about to happen, but I guess I'll just keep y'all entertained. So, I mean, great content. I mean, we get part of the story, then we just go silent. So, let me explain to my wife what's going on real quick. Apparently, Dakota heard a gunshot out by his house, and he went outside, and he sees somebody out walking around with a flashlight stuff before it went dark on us. Huh? Yeah, I mean, we're 8:21 at night, and this. Yeah, I mean, we talking a single shot, we talking multiple shots. So, guys, one of these days, hopefully, I can talk my wife into hopping on here with us and chit chatting. But, well, like I said, one of these days that might actually happen.
Would you want to be contacted by a deputy?
Not unless there's something I need to be concerned about.
What is your name?
Dakota Zies, Z-I-E-S. It was just a single gunshot, sounded like a high-powered rifle.
Okay, we have a deputy en route.
All right, thank you.
You're very welcome.
All right, bye. Sorry, guys, I didn't want to give out my a street address over the internet. So
Just know, I mean, they give them the street name. So I mean, and you're in
Well,
Guadalupe County.
yeah, good luck. So there's a lot of houses on this street. So, and I wouldn't walk up to a single one of them unless you belong there.
Right.
So
Yeah.
just throwing that information out there.
And good luck trying to come through the woods, because you're gonna find some prickly pear cactus and Christmas cactus that you don't want to deal with.
You're gonna find a lot of shit you don't want to deal with.
That
was weird. I heard the dogs howling, and then just it sounded like a deer rifle, just bah. And I go out there, and the field directly next to me, somebody's walking around in that field with a spotlight.
Maybe they hit a pig.
I don't know, but regardless, you're not allowed to shoot after dark in Guadalupe County. So
even if it's a pig,
even if it's a pig, after or 30 minutes after sunset, no shooting. Now,
y'all got some strange ass rules down there.
Now, if you got, a coyote eating your chickens or something, and you shoot the coyote, sheriff's office might get called out there, and they'll come out there, see the dead coyote, and they won't fuck with you. Like,
I mean, there's also reasons. We put a quiet instrument on the end of our rifles.
Yeah.
So that it's kind of like a loud sneeze.
Oh, I can promise you this one did not have that. It shook the RV. Like, that's why I thought it was directly behind my RV.
Well, if it shook your RV, that sounds like a damn cannon.
It was loud. Like, I'd be surprised if it's not caught on the recording.
Well, okay, so I'm gonna tell you a little story real quick. So I was leaving the house today, but I was up in my truck because I was getting my sunglasses because I wore my contacts today, and I need to get my wallet out of the truck too because I had to go pick up the kiddo. And as I'm sitting there doing everything, I was checking my tablet, and all I hear is kaboom! I mean, it rattled my truck, it rattled the inside. I text the wife and I said, "Hey, I'm alive. Nobody's dead. The neighbor just shot something off." So my first thing is like, okay, he shut off his big one.
Yeah.
So I mosey on over there before I go get the kid. I'm like, dude, what in the hell did you just shoot off? He's like, I didn't shoot off nothing. What, did you drop something? No. Right, they were playing it off because they knew what I was coming over there for. And he's like, oh, no, I'm fucking with you. He's like, he shot off a damn propane cannon.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. I'm like, 'cause he likes loud noisemakers.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude. I'm looking at it, I was like, why don't you stick a fucking potato in the end of this thing, dude? He's like, no, I don't think I want to do that.
You mind next time making like Bugs Bunny and Warner Brother?
Right. Dude, it was loud, like bad.
I told you that was matching tattoos me and Randall were talking about getting when we both worked at Warner, right?
No, but that's kind of gay though.
We were talking about getting matching tattoos, and it would be the Warner Brothers logo, but it would be spelled like Warner, WERNER. We're the Warner Brothers.
That's a little gay there, buddy.
It's funny. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. It is funny. Saying you and your buddy get a matching work tattoo.
Hey, Just wait until the next time you come down here. I'm taking you to the tattoo parlor, and we're getting the podcast logo tattoos.
Hang on. Let me ask my significant other on this, okay? Give me a second. Hi, bud. How do you feel about me and Dakota going to the tattoo shop and getting matching tattoos for the Watchful podcast? Okay. She made it even weirder. Why? I don't know. She says she's all right with it as long as we each get a tattoo of each other's lips on each other's butt cheek.
Deal.
He said deal.
I'll even put some lipstick on, that way they don't have to draw the lips.
He said I even put lipstick on so they don't have to draw the lips. God. My wife's like, we got to live stream this. Oh, hell no. No, that's not how that's going to work. If I'm doing it, I'm putting it on a piece of paper and that's it. I'm not kissing his ass.
Oh, come on.
I'll let other people do that. But I'm not kissing your ass. I've been in that RV. I've smelt what comes from you. No, I'm good.
It's potent, ain't it?
Yeah.
All right,
Actually,
back to the video.
I got one funny. We'll
Okay.
get right back to it, okay?
Okay.
So this morning, now we were on the broke part of the thing, but so I've been eating those
Staying
burritos.
late again? Yep, got prospect calls to summarize. You really need to switch to Mondays here, right?
He says that her
I'm
family
listening
is.
to you. I was just fast forwarding in the video.
Okay. Been eating all those burritos I told you I made. So this morning I wake up because I thought my wife was crying. I didn't know what was going on. I woke up. She wasn't crying. Okay. She was laughing. She was laughing loud enough that I could hear her over my CPAP machine and two box fans. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, what's wrong? She's like, nothing's wrong. It's something funny. I was like, what's funny? Apparently, I rolled over in my sleep and let out the loudest, and I'm saying the loudest fart known to mankind.
You took a West Texas barking frog home with you, did you?
No, that wasn't a West Texas barking frog.
Oh, it was a
What'd you
turd
say,
honking
babe?
for the right of way?
Hang on, Dakota. What? Oh. She's over here saying she's surprised the blankets didn't fly off the bed. I guess you could say, and I'm going to quote this, you called me an ass blaster this morning.
It's like from Tremors 2.
Yeah. Yeah. Good old Tremors.
The ass blasters.
Experienced many strange things since they moved into their new home. Ray says that the house's basement is especially creepy. She says that even on warm days, the temperature down there is always freezing. And she says that she feels like something is watching her when she's down there. Even weirder, the family often hears strange, unexplained sounds coming from the basement. But
could just be somebody in the basement knocking back.
Yeah.
Things in their house get even weirder after Ray buys her son Andrew a creepy large
Oh, I
Elmore
remember
balloon.
this one.
You see, the balloon seems to move around the house with a mind of its own.
I'm not going to say anything. I want your opinion on it.
Well, okay. Here's my opinion on this real quick.
Okay.
So, a basement. A basement's
Mhm.
underground. Okay.
Yeah. It's naturally going to be colder.
Exactly.
Mhm.
So, I mean, if it's well insulated, it's going to stay cool.
Yeah.
Now, the balloon, I wouldn't say is weird. I mean, and she could be making this weird. I don't know. But a balloon's going to move around a house because of airflows. There could be a draft
Absolutely.
coming from somewhere, and everything.
Mhm.
I
Absolutely.
mean, turn fans on in a room, okay,
Mhm.
and then you have you have your AC on. Normally, your door you kind of barely closes it. It might not close all the way, but if your AC's on, what's it doing? It's sucking air from the main part of the house where the intake is, sucking up. Then it's blowing it back out. Then you got fans on.
Mhm.
So that suction and that push, you're going to close that door. And it might actually sound like you slammed the door. It happens to me all the time. So this could be a draft issue, or airflow, whatever. I don't really know. Um, we know it's probably technically a 1-story with a basement. Could be 2-story, but I don't know because I hadn't seen any stairs yet. I don't think it's a spiritual thing, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, and I agree with you. It could possibly be a draft or something, but just giving credit where credit's due. It's weird how the balloon moves. Like, watch it. Right? Almost like the legs move, stuff like that. That's weird. Like, here, hang on. Watch the leg.
But right, I saw, yeah.
Yeah.
But
That's weird.
here's my issue with this. All right. Here's my issue with this. That's coming around a corner and then it just stops.
Yeah.
Inexplicably, the
What's
balloon
back to
head directly toward their basement door. Weirdly, Ray says that the balloon will only enter the basement door if her son follows after it. So the obvious thought here is, well, it's just a balloon caught in a draft and doing balloon stuff. But things get even weirder, because it seems the creepy Elmo balloon isn't content to only roam the downstairs. One night, the family dogs start going nuts, and Ray goes to investigate. What she finds chills her to her core.
So that answer, well, no, I think that's down in the basement.
Dave.
Quiet. Quiet.
okay, that was a little weird.
What'd you say?
That was a little weird.
Yeah.
So, did you watch the legs?
Yeah.
It looked like it actually took a step.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. The
But
legs
what I'm not-
almost move as if it's walking.
Yeah, well, here's part of my problem. It's zoomed in, so I can't see what's going on beside the railing or in front. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm not saying this ain't paranormal, but you could be using lightweight fishing line that can't really see and kind of make it look like this.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, hell no.
Being able
No,
to build
no, no,
Now,
no, no.
my
just by
question
thinking
there,
about it.
hang on a second.
Meet base
Yeah.
44.
My question there is, where's the light switch? You know what I mean?
All right. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Dakota.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Okay. I want you to go. Yeah, I can hear you. Go back to where it hits the light switch and it stops at the top. And you tell me what you see.
It takes like a step right there.
No,
Like,
keep going.
Watch the leg right here, okay? And then it stops. Right? Is that what you're pointing out?
Yeah. What do you see right there? I no longer see a balloon.
Oh, I still see the balloon.
From what I'm looking at, I don't see a balloon. What I look at are two black eyes, a small jawline looking back at you with an arm turned towards you.
I mean, I can kind of see that, but
So now the obvious question is, why doesn't she just pop the balloon, throw it in the trash, and be done? But Ray says that her son is very attached to the balloon and refuses to let them take it away.
fuck that kid. I'm popping the bitch. You there?
I agree with you.
Yeah, yeah. Fuck that kid. I'm popping it.
I'm gonna pop it,
What the hell did I just do?
stab it, whatever.
Yeah.
So the creepy Elmore balloon stays. But Ray will soon seriously regret this decision.
I'm trying to look closely and see if there's a specific point that it's getting pulled by, you know?
Right.
See it? Dave?
What has happened? Yeah.
Okay, so
What
I'm
happened?
going to rewind it again. Watch in the top left corner of the doorway.
I don't.
You see it?
I can't catch it.
Do you see it? Right here.
Oh, look. Kind
There's something peeking out from the doorway.
Oh, yeah, I see it now.
Did you see it? Forehead seems to be peeking around the top edge of the basement door. When slowed down, we can even see what looks like a bizarre set of dark eyes in the bridge of.
I'm just going to pause it right there and let the nightmare fuel hit you.
No. That's kind of what I was saying when it come up the stairway.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But keep going.
The nose. So is Ray's house haunted by an entity that is manipulating this Elmo balloon? Or is it all just an elaborate hoax? You decide. If you...
Oh.
Yeah, it's not creepy at all.
Yeah. Well, I'm thinking we'll call it right there, and I might hop on tomorrow again before my dentist appointment. Do another live stream.
Well, I'll probably be available about the same time tomorrow.
Okay.
And everything.
Sounds good. I just got to get off by 9 for my game tomorrow night. So.
All right.
Y'all hear that, folks? Same time, same place.
Sounds like a plan. Oh yeah. Sometimes
All right,
same
Dave.
place, and we'll
It's
have
been
some
fun,
more
brother.
creepy shit to talk about.
Oh yeah, always.